The strawberry full moon is landing Monday night, and she is bringing receipts. Every seed you've planted, every prayer you've whispered, every time you showed up, even when you didn't feel like it. Capricorn is all about to put it on the table. This is your harvest moment, and I don't want you to miss it. Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome back to Aligned and Abundant. I'm your host, Christine Marcario. And if you're new here, hey, I'm so glad you found your way to this little corner of the universe. This is your Frequency Friday, where every single week I bring together the moon energy, the astrology, the tarot, the angel cards, the archangels, all of it, to give you a real, practical, soul-led look at what the energy and week ahead are holding for you, personally and in your business. I have to say, this week's energy has been simmering. Like, you might have felt this undercurrent of almost anticipation. Like, something is building and you can't quite name it. This is not your imagination. This is the waxing gibbous moon doing her usual thing. And she has been building momentum all week long to deliver something really powerful on Monday night. Okay, so let's get into it because the cards this week, they are very telling as well. So let's talk about this weekend first, because the energy right now is really quite interesting. We are in a waxing gibbous moon, and this weekend she starts in Scorpio before shifting into Sagittarius on Friday evening. That is a pretty big move from the deep, intense, truth-seeking energy of Scorpio right into the fire, the freedom, and the expansive optimism of Sagittarius. And you might actually feel that shift happen, like a pressure valve releasing. The waxing gibbous is that moment right before the full moon. And energetically, it's the moment of almost. You've done the work, you've planted the seeds, you've been building, refining, and clarifying. And now the universe is saying, hold on. We're almost there. This is a weekend of beautiful anticipation. For your personal life, this weekend is an invitation to get out of your head and into your joy. Sagittarius energy loves adventure, laughter, good convos, and movement. If you've been feeling cooped up or heavy, go outside. Change your scenery. Do something that makes you feel alive. The Scorpio energy earlier in the weekend might stir up some feelings that need to be acknowledged, and that's okay. Let them move through you. Because by Saturday and Sunday, Sagittarius wants you to feel free with a capital F. For your business and abundance, this is a gorgeous weekend for dreaming big. Sagittarius rules expansion, vision, and possibility. And the waxing gibbous is in that final push energy before the full moon releases everything. So if you want to spend some time this weekend journaling about your next level vision, your next offer, your next big leap, the frequency is so supportive for that right now. Dream bigger than feels comfortable. That's exactly the point. Okay, now I pulled 3 cards for this week for the collective, and they are quite interesting. I pulled the 8 of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. And together, these three cards are telling a story that I think a lot of you are going to feel in your bones. The Eight of Swords is that card of feeling trapped, stuck, like you're blindfolded, surrounded by swords, and you cannot find your way out. And here's the thing about this card that most people miss. In the traditional image, the person isn't actually restrained. The blindfold is there, but the swords around them, they're not touching them. The cage is the story. The cage is the belief. The cage is the voice in your head that says, I can't. It's not for me. Who am I to want that? Or I'm not good enough. That's what's coming up for the collective right now. Now, some of you are standing in the middle of a breakthrough and you don't even know it because you're still inside the story that says it's not possible. And honestly, I am definitely part of this collective. So that's what's coming up for us right now. Now, the Ace of Wands is pure creative fire. It is a brand new spark. It is the universe handing you a match saying, light something. This card is raw potential, creative energy, inspired action, a new beginning that comes from passion rather than logic. And it's sitting right next to the Eight of Swords, which means the message is crystal clear. The moment you take the blindfold off, the moment you stop believing the story that's been caging you, the spark is right there. And it was always right there. And then we have the Six of Swords to close it out. Now, this one made me exhale. This one felt a little bit better. The Six of Swords is movement. It's transition. It's leaving behind troubled waters and moving toward calmer shores. So it's not a dramatic exit. It's a quiet, intentional, I am choosing different now. This is the card of, I don't need to burn it all down. I just need to choose to move forward. So together, this reading is saying, you have been living inside a story that has made you feel stuck and small. But right this moment, you have access to a brand new creative spark, a new beginning, and it is waiting for you the second you decide to set that story down. And on the other side, you get peace, movement, and a gentler chapter. And you and I both know you deserve that. If this reading landed for you, screenshot this episode title, post it to your stories, and tag me. Because I want to celebrate with you when the penny drops. And speaking of pennies dropping, last week I found a penny outside my van door. And yes, it could have fallen out of my car, but I don't think so because I don't really carry change around anymore. And I picked it up and I thanked the universe and I said I'm grateful for all the money that comes in unexpected and expected ways, and went about my day. And a couple of days later, I then found a dime on my front porch. And again, I could be logical about it and say, okay, someone dropped it or placed it there. Moved on, Then my husband and I were in New Hope, Pennsylvania, and there was a store that was selling a Mother Mary statue and I had just been on a Mother Mary guided meditation call with him a couple of days earlier. I'm thinking, I don't remember exactly when that day was, but it was like a Wednesday night. And then Saturday we were in New Hope and we both saw this statue for sale. And neither of us said anything. We walked down the street and we did our thing. We visited a nature garden and we got into the car and I looked over and we happened to be parked in front of the store. And I said, hey, do you think we should get that statue over there? And he said, I noticed it earlier. And yeah, I think we should get it. So we brought it home. And before we brought it home, the cash register person had said like a sweet message to my husband of like, bless you and may this bring you good luck and peace. So I put it outside in the flower area right outside of my door. And so like, again, the universe is like, okay, Christine, are you getting these messages? We gave you the penny, we gave you the dime. Next to the Mother Mary statue, like the next day was another dime. So I left it there, and I left it there for a reason. I left it there because it is a reminder. When I see it, it reminds me of the abundance that I already have, the abundance that I am raising my frequency and vibration for. So it's just like the universe continues to amaze me. And speaking of universal energies, I adore working with the archangels, and I love calling on them for different things. They're on standby waiting for us. So right now I want to call in Archangel Michael this week because his energy is so strongly present right now. And honestly, it makes perfect sense with both the cards and the full moon energy that's building. Archangel Michael is the archangel of protection, courage, and cord cutting, which I did do this week. I do not recommend just going about cord cutting willy-nilly. I dislike when people tell other people, oh, it's just so easy, just do it this way. And I'm like screaming like, oh no, like there are guidelines on how to do it. So please don't just cut cords without really knowing what you're doing or working with someone who genuinely knows what they're doing. Just FYI. So Archangel Michael, carries his sword, and it's not to harm, but to sever, to cut through the illusions, to slice away the cords of old stories, old wounds, old relationships with fear and unworthiness that has been draining your energy without you even realizing it. So with the Eight of Swords energy in the collective right now, Archangel Michael is coming through so clearly this week for us. And he is saying, you have been protecting yourself by staying small. But the protection you built was never meant to be permanent. It was meant to keep you safe while you healed. You are healed enough now. You are ready enough now. And I am here. I have always been here to walk through this threshold with you. You do not have to be fearless. You just have to take one step. I will handle the rest. Oh, there's just such a peace of mind knowing that we are divinely supported and loved. Here's how you can connect with Archangel Michael yourself this weekend. Before you go to sleep tonight, just close your eyes, take a breath, and say, Archangel Michael, please cut the cords of any story, any fear, any belief that is no longer serving my best and highest good across all timelines. I am ready to move forward, and say it with heart and soul and conviction. Then you can imagine a beautiful blue light surrounding you. That is Archangel Michael's energy. And it often is felt or seen as that deep electric blue. Do this tonight and Saturday night and notice what shifts. Okay, let's talk about Monday, because Monday is the main event of this week. We have the strawberry full moon perfecting on Monday, June 29th at 11:56 p.m. And she is landing in Capricorn. Now, the strawberry full moon gets her name from the strawberry harvest season. And energetically, she is the moon of what are you harvesting? What have you been working toward? What have you been building? Because Capricorn is the sign of discipline, ambition, long-term vision, and earned success. And a full moon here is literally illuminating all the ways your hard work, your devotion, and your showing up, even when it was hard, is paying off. But Capricorn energy can also bring things to the surface around whether you've been a little too rigid, too focused on the climb that you forgot to enjoy where you are. Too in your productive energy and not enough in your receiving energy. The full moon will highlight this lovingly, but clearly. I'm going to share that this is all resonating so much for me because I went to a summer solstice event, and due to the weather, it was held on Wednesday versus the summer solstice day. But the irony is the word that I wanted to cut ties with was fear. And so that message is coming through now here in this channeling and in this share. And the second thing that is coming through is also the time to receive. I am working on being able to receive more. So this collective message right now is like so on point, and I love giving it and sharing it. Okay, for your personal life, Monday is a powerful day to honor how far you've come. We're going to celebrate that. Whoop, yes. And not where you're going, but how far you've come. So write it down. Speak it out loud. The Capricorn full moon wants you to acknowledge your own journey with the same respect and recognition you'd give someone you love. And then let something go. Full moons are release energy. What belief, what habit, what story, remember that cage from the beginning, is it time to officially release? For your business and abundance, this full moon is a harvest full moon for your business. If you have been planting seeds, consistently showing up, creating content, building relationships, offering your gifts, inviting people in, Capricorn is about to show you the harvest. I'm seeing the image of full, big, delicious pea pods in my third eye. Pay attention to what comes in this week. It's new clients, opportunities, collaborations, recognition, ideas. This is your garden blooming. Receive it. Feel it. And don't deflect it. Don't minimize it. Honestly, truly, open arms. Feel it and receive it. And speaking of receiving, come celebrate this strawberry full moon with us in the Soul Shine Collective. We are doing a strawberry full moon meditation on Tuesday at 7:30 Eastern, and it's going to be fun. We are going to drop into the Capricorn harvest energy, do some energetic cord cutting with Archangel Michael, and set our intentions for the second half of the year. Can you believe that? The second half of the year. Oh my gosh. Because we are officially in the second half of 2026. Hate to tell you. All right. That's where we're at. It's time to start making some action, right? Taking some action and making some things happen. So this is the perfect moment to recalibrate. If you're not in the Soul Shine Collective, this is your sign. Come join us. The link is in the show notes. I would love to see you there Tuesday night. However, if you are not ready for that big of a commitment yet, I am offering a drop-in to this event as a special gift. It is $10. All you have to do is Venmo me at Christine-Marcario. And I want you to come and just have fun with me for an hour. Okay. I am not going to go into a full depth of retrograde analysis. Just know that it's coming. Cue the Jaws do music. Okay? It's coming. Get yourselves ready. We are officially in retrograde, Mercury retrograde. That is on June 29th. So fun times. Yeah, we always love a retrograde. But one of my best and most respected teachers who was leading the summer solstice the other day mentioned that this retrograde doesn't feel as heavy in general compared to other retrogrades that we have like later in the year. So yeah, it might screw up some communication. It might screw up some travel plans, back up your files and your folders, double check things, but don't get caught up in it. Like it's okay. We might experience some reawakened childhood wounds, some unexpected visits from old family drama, a little nostalgia, but it's okay because what is coming with this retrograde are second chances. Second chances to revisit unfinished conversations from earlier in the year. They might come back into your orbit. You might find a resolution. I'm just saying, might happen. All right, that is from me and my teacher. Well, my friend, my mentor. Let's see what else I want to tell you. Yes. Okay. So what I need you to also be aware of is that new creative spark that we mentioned earlier, it is going to be so much more powerful when you cleared out the old structure that was muffling it. So if there is anything that you need to release with this full moon, okay, look at this, a full moon and a retrograde. Let's work with that carefully, okay? You're all so capable of doing that. All right, so for the week, your energetic focus is release and receive. So release the old story, release the narrative that is looping inside your mind, release the limitation, release the blindfolds that has been making you think you were more stuck than you actually are. And then receive. Receive the spark. Receive the bountiful harvest. Receive the new chapter that is trying to find its way to you. It is already here. The strawberry full moon is going to make this so potent if you let it. And Archangel Michael is literally standing there with his sword saying, I've got you. Let's go. Your mantra for this week is, I release what was, and I receive what's here for me now. And what is coming is even better than I can imagine. Say that every morning this week. Say it before you get out of bed, and then watch how the week unfolds for you, my beautiful friend. Okay, that is your Frequency Friday for the week of June 26th into next Thursday, which I believe is July 2nd. We have a waxing gibbous weekend moving from Scorpio into Sag, a tarot reading that is literally calling you into your next level. Archangel Michael here to cut every cord that has been keeping you small, and one of the most powerful full moons of the summer landing on Monday night in Capricorn. And we are celebrating it together in the Soul Shine Collective on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Come join us if you can. The link is in the show notes. Again, it is outside of the Soul Shine Collective, but if you are a part of the Soul Shine Collective, it is a gift from me to you. If this episode landed for you, will you share it? Tag a friend, post it in your stories, send it in a text, because you found this episode for a reason. And there's someone in your life who needs this message just as much as you did, and so did I. And if you're not on my newsletter yet, come join us. Every week I'm sharing extra tools, invitations, and soulful goodies that I don't share anywhere else. The link is in the show notes. Come back Tuesday for a brand new episode. You don't want to miss it. I love you, I'm cheering for you, and I'll see you next episode. Until then, stay aligned, stay abundant, and remember, you are so much more powerful than you know. I'm Christine Marcario. This is Aligned and Abundant. Bye for now.